Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're exploring the best bucket list scuba diving destinations around the world.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at underwater spots that every scuba enthusiast should dive into at least once. Barracuda Point, Sipadan. Malaysia's sole oceanic island, Sipadan was named 2020's best dive resort in the world by Scuba Junkie. The result of living corals formed over an extinct volcano, the island hosts a diverse body of marine life such as hammerhead sharks, manta rays, and hawksbill turtles. In addition to live turtles, a haunting underwater limestone labyrinth houses a tomb of turtle skeletons. While there are over 3,000 fish species surrounding the island, the barracudas are the biggest draw, with schools swirling through the waters like tornadoes. Barracuda Point is where the excitement peaks, or we guess descends, seeing as how it's over 100 feet deep. Of course, you don't have to travel much further than about 30 feet to catch a glimpse of barracuda and other sea creatures. With a strong current, Barracuda Point is not for beginners, but seasoned scuba divers can enjoy. Richelieu Rock, Thailand. There are more barracuda to be found at Richelieu Rock, although that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of this dive site. Sailing around 125 miles northwest from Phuket province, you'll know that you've reached your destination upon spotting the tip of the rock peeking from the low tide. It might not seem like much, but it's a gateway to an underwater haven of rich sea life. Clownfish, octopuses, and giant moray eels are just some of the species you may come across. Nothing tops swimming alongside a whale shark, the ocean's largest fish. These majestic titans aren't always easy to come by, but when they do swim through, they're impossible to miss. Beyond the animals, the reef itself is a colourful cornucopia of purple coral. Submerging, it truly feels like you've entered another world. Manta Ray Night Dive, Kona, Hawaii. Beaches, volcanoes, hula dancing, these are just some of the reasons that tourists flock to Hawaii. If scuba diving is at the top of your list, we'd recommend heading to the Big Island's Kona district. From there, book a Manta Night Dive off the coast. While diving and snorkeling is often viewed as a daytime activity, the nighttime ambience elevates this otherworldly experience to another frontier. Swimming through the dark waters, it feels as if you're drifting across space. Instead of stars though, manta rays glide through the illuminated area. Just make sure you're watching where you're going, because the lights attract microscopic plankton, which in turn attract the rays. Don't worry, they're peaceful creatures, but it can be startling if one accidentally bumps into you. If you have kids 10 and up, it's a magical excursion for the whole family. Silfra Fissure, Thingvellir National Park, Iceland. Thingvellir National Park, or Thingvellir, is draped in green landscapes and rocky terrains. It's also home to Iceland's largest natural lake, Thingvallavatn. Here you'll find Silfra Fissure, a rift formed by a 1789 earthquake. Almost 2 centuries later, the Silfra Rift became a popular scuba site, with its pure waters continuing to attract divers today. There are 4 areas to explore, the shallowest of which is Silfra Lagoon. For those eager to dive a little deeper, Silfra Big Crack, Silfra Hall, and Silfra Cathedral all deliver. Although the deepest points can descend almost 180 feet, you probably shouldn't go any lower than about 50 feet. While not as well known for marine life as some other entries on the list, it's the rock formations and deep cracks that make Silfra stand out, creating the sensation of burrowing into the Earth's centre. SS Yongala Wreck, Great Barrier Reef, Australia. Being the largest coral reef system on the planet, the Great Barrier Reef requires multiple visits to cover the essential diving sites. The SS Yongala provides arguably the most unique diving exploration. Crossing paths with a cyclone, this passenger and cargo ship sank in 1911, barely a year before the Titanic hit an iceberg. While you require more than basic scuba gear to reach the Titanic, the Yongala wreck is only a half-hour boat ride from the coast. The wreck is abundant with marine life and mystery, and wasn't discovered until 1958. While well preserved as far as sunken vessels go, this only adds to the eerie ambience. If it weren't for the colourful fish, it'd feel like being in the presence of a ghost ship. Rainbow Reef, Fiji Islands. Rainbow Reef lives up to its name, with an abundance of colours shimmering in the sea. The marine life is equally vibrant, but sight isn't the only sense that this destination will stimulate. Rainbow Reef has also been described as the soft coral capital of the world, making divers feel as if they're gliding over multicolored clouds. There are several areas to unearth, from the laid-back cabbage patch to the lively fish factory. For divers, the highlight has got to be the Great White Wall. That might sound odd for a place called Rainbow Reef, but the wall possesses the festive flair of Christmas trees covered in snow. Swimming along the wall, it's like you're gazing down from Santa's sleigh. It's all the colours of the rainbow, and more. Blue Corner, Palau. Blue is the colour we associate the most with scuba diving, although few sites bring out more shades than this tranquil piece of Palau's barrier reef. The calming colours call out to divers like a blue beacon, but it's the marine life that makes this site so enchanting. With so many species and specimens to see, you want to especially be on the lookout for turtles, sharks and whales. Blue Holes, a massive cavern, is especially popular with 4 entries resting on the shallow reef. While it can get dark down there, the glimpses of light create a silhouette aesthetic right out of a black and white movie. Or we guess black and blue would be more accurate in this case. Marketed as the most requested dive in Palau, it'll ironically leave you feeling anything but blue. Great Blue Hole, Belize. From one blue destination to another, this massive marine sinkhole appeals in 2 major ways. On one hand, it's tempting to stay above the surface, basking in its all-encompassing shape and size. Anyone who doesn't dive beneath is missing out, however. Declared by world-famous oceanographer Jacques Cousteau as one of the world's finest dive sites, you'll quickly find that there's much more to the Great Blue Hole than one colour. Pedersen shrimp, neon gobies and various shark species bring out an assortment of vibrant vibes. At over 400 feet deep, the Great Blue Hole isn't for amateurs, but if you know what you're doing, it can be a surprisingly soothing scuba spot to get away from it all. For some divers, its scope will make them feel small. For us, it makes us feel like we're part of something bigger. SS Thistlegorm wreck, the Red Sea. The Egyptian Red Sea has multiple bucket list dives, including Shark Reef and Yongala Reef. Yet, none are more eye-catching than the resting place of the SS Thistlegorm, a British cargo ship that had an unfortunate encounter with an enemy bomber aircraft during World War II. In service for barely a year, the ship was largely lost to time until the 90s, when Sharm el-Sheikh recognised the potential for a diving attraction. This site is like a wartime museum frozen in place, with rust covering motorcycles, jeeps, and cargo that never reached its final destination. While the ship is the focal point, divers will also be entranced by the marine life, which includes crocodile fish, scorpion fish, and lionfish. Because of its popularity, you'll likely dive with a group, which certainly isn't unwelcome when exploring a sunken titan.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.